Hi everyone. In this tutorial, we're going to model a simple building in Maya using two essential tools, Extrude and Bevel. These are foundational tools in hard surface modeling. If you understand these, you can build almost anything from architecture to props or game assets. By the end of this video, you should be able to create a clean, simple building with realistic edge detail. Let's go ahead and start by adding a polygon cube to our scene. I'm going to go ahead and scale this up to mimic a building. Move it up to be leveled. Okay, so right now it's just a box, but modeling is about adding controlled detail. So you could add some more subdivisions with and hives right here by going to Polycube and messing with these settings right here. Okay, as you can see, I'd added more faces, but I'm going to teach you a different tool. I'm going to go ahead and teach you this cut tool right here, this multi-cut tool. So what we want to do is once you have that selected, you press Control, and this will create edge loops. I'm going to go ahead and make a door in the front right here. Okay, I'm going to press W to go back to our Move tool, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to mess with the Extrude and Bevel tools. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and go to Face Mode. I'm already there. And once I click here, I want to go ahead and click on this Extrude button right there. And remember, Extrude adds geometry, it gives depth and structure. If I push inward, I can create a recessed doorway, and if I pull outward, I can create a protruding element. So in this case, I'm going to go ahead and push a little bit inward on the blue arrow, just to kind of make my doorway. All right, that looks good. And so now I'm going to go ahead and create some windows just in this front part so you can get the idea. I'm going to go back to this multi-cut tool. I'm going to go ahead and just create a few sections of windows. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to W so I can go to my Move tool and back to my face mode, right? And so I could select each one by pressing Shift and clicking on each one of those, but I could also select them all and get a good angle on it, press Control to deselect, and I'm only going to deselect this side of it. And as you can see, the only thing that's left is the front side of it. So from there, I can go ahead and extrude again. And in this case, I'm not going to keep my faces together. I'm going to go ahead and click it off. And I'm just going to go just a tad bit inward. Okay. And once I do that, I can go ahead and click Bevel. And as you can see, I have some nice clean windows right now. Go back to Object Mode. And there you go. Okay, so you could also use the bevel tool over here on these edges, right? I'm going to go to Edge Mode. Click here. And you might be like, hey, nothing really happened. But as you can see, it did make this small detail right here. So nothing is really straight and squared in real life. So doing this will add just a tad bit of detail that will make it more realistic. So let's go ahead and do that to the other sides real quick. If you double click, you should be able to select them all. There you go. And I'm going to go ahead and bevel again. All right. Again, it might look like nothing happened, but if you zoom in, you will see that bevel happening right there, which is really great. So now I also want to add like a little rooftop to this, a little doorway in which people can come up the stairs, right? So I'm going to go back to this multi-cut tool and make a little square, and I'm going to focus right here. Let's say it's in the middle. Go back to Face Mode, and I'm going to go ahead and extrude this up. And I'm probably going to bevel that top too. There you go. And again, from right here, I can use the multi-cut tool again to create a small little doorway. Go to Face Mode. And then again, extrude a tad bit inward. And there you go. There's my small little building. Now remember, bevel is not a decoration. Bevel improves how light interacts with your model. So make sure you use it in a correct way. Now, before finishing this, you might want to delete your history, freeze transformations, and rename your object to possibly building 1 or something that correlates to what you're building. Okay, and to go ahead and delete history, what you want to do is go ahead and select your model, go to Edit, and delete by type, and you go ahead and click on history. And so what that does, it's going to delete everything on the right side that you see here. It's going to go ahead and delete all of that. The reason you would want to do that is because your model will now become a clean model or a clean asset, and then you can go ahead and send it to somewhere else without any issues. Now, to freeze transformations, what that does is zeroes this all out. So you want to make sure you have everything in the middle, right, in the middle of the grid, and you want all this zeroed out. So that way, if you do export this in the future, it will import in the correct position. Otherwise, it might import somewhere else in your scene. So to do that, again, select the object. We're going to go to modify, and we're going to go ahead and freeze transformations. And there you go. It zeroed it all out. All right. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you, and happy learning.